way through Oakland and the West Regional Semifinals. A little bit later tonight, we'll see the #1 seed out west, UNLV against Ball State. But first, we'll continue that amazing saga of Loyola Marymount. The Lions tonight matched against the winners of the Southeastern Conference Tournament, the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger along with Billy Packer. No easy way to describe what went on with Loyola Marymount last weekend. One word perhaps sums it up about as good as any, and that's surrealistic. To have put 149 points on the board against the defending national champions is indeed of another world. But tonight, they are matched against a gut-tough team from Alabama that has allowed an average of only 55 points a game to Colorado State and Arizona, two extremely well-coached teams that have been knocked out. And look at Loyola Marymount. They have scored 130 points a game. Billy, you look at that, and really something has to give here tonight.
Brent, I'm very confused. You know, you watch these teams practice, and you're right. Something does have to give. Two coaches, philosophically, coming from entirely different worlds here. I don't have a handle on which team is going to get the game played their way. That's going to be the key.
Now, one of the Alabama players has to step up today and be a big-time scorer. Melvin Cheatham is certainly a candidate.
Yes, I think that Wim Sanderson has a number of candidates that can move up. Cheatham's certainly one of those guys capable of scoring 20 points, but he really doesn't want to play a 100-point game, but they are the type of team that does have that potential.
And you know, this Loyola Marymount machine is not a one-year phenomenon, Billy.
It really isn't. They have, since the three-point shot, broken the NCAA records each and every year, coming up to now 125 points a game, which is amazing.
And the architect, their head coach, Paul Westhead, he's a veteran.
He really is a great collegiate coach at LaSalle. Then he moved on to the Lakers, where he was outstanding, went to a world championship, and now back setting a new style of play that's probably going to take us into the 21st century.
And here's his leader, Bo Kimball. He is the nation's scoring leader and the spiritual boss of the Lions. And yesterday we had an opportunity to talk to the principals about this matchup.
We need to go out and handle the pressure, the full court pressure, and get the ball up court safely, and hopefully we can slow down and not take the first open shot we get offensively, rather wait a couple of trips and get something better than that.
We want to push it up and down the court as fast as we possibly can. Our game strategy is to tire the other team out and just run it down their throats.
The thing that has carried us thus far has been our defense. We've been able to do a pretty decent job defensively. Now, how things will go this afternoon, I don't know, but up until this point in time, we've been pretty good.
Both coaches would like it to be in the 50s. Wimp would like it to be 56, 55 Alabama, and I would like it to be 156, 155 Loyola Marymount.
All right, folks, I want you to take a good long look at the 45-second shot clock here tonight. This is the last time that you're going to see it. Fasten your seatbelts. We're about to begin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bill welcoming you to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for tonight's West Regional Semifinal game between the Loyola Marymount Lions and the Alabama Crimson Tide. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Loyola Marymount, at forward, a 6'5" senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 30, Bo Kimball. For Alabama, at forward, a 6'9" sophomore from Andalusia, Alabama, number 25, Robert Ory. For Loyola Marymount, at forward, a 6'7" junior from Södertälje, Sweden, number 4, Pears Steamer. For Alabama, at forward, a 6'8" junior from Winsboro, Louisiana, number 44, Melvin Cheatham. For Loyola Marymount, at center, a 6'9" sophomore from Los Angeles, California, number 34, Chris Knight. For Alabama, at center, a 6'8" senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, number 30, David Benoit. guard, a 6'1" junior from Riverside, California, number 32, Tony Walker. For Alabama, at guard, a 6'2" junior from Decatur, Georgia, number 12, Gary Waits. For Loyola Marymount, at guard, a 6'2" senior from Newport Beach, California, number 21, Jeff Fryer. For Alabama, at guard, a 6'2" senior from Emsley, Alabama, number 14, James Sanders. And introducing the head coaches. For Loyola Marymount, in his 5th season, Paul Westhead. For Alabama, in his 10th season, Wimp Sanderson.
So, Wimp Sanderson, in that familiar Czech sport coat, ready to go to battle to see if he can slow this one down. We'll be right back.
This ESPN Classic program is brought to you by Gillette Fusion, the #1 razor recommended by dermatologists.
So what's the problem?
It's your blades, pal.
Oh, man, I should have known.
Nah, even the best blades get worn down. When that happens, it's not as comfortable, see? When the strip turns white, you should think about changing it for a smoother ride.
Gillette Fusion. Fresh blade, more comfortable shave.
Lindsey Vonn, she stays tough. Earlier, she had an all-over achy cold. What's her advantage? It's Speedy Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer Plus. Rush's relief for all-over achy colds. The official cold medicine of the U.S. ski team. Alka-Seltzer Plus.
He is a master driver. His job is to measure what computers cannot. How a car moves you. Emotionally. Because that is the ultimate luxury. The newly redesigned Infiniti G Coupe. This is inspired performance. This is the way of Infiniti.
Feeling free as a bird now. Fly little, fly little. Gonna see the whole world now. Try little, try little. These days are better than before. I want more. These days are better than before. I want more. These days are better than before. I want more.
Geico Power Sports. Insurance for your car and the other stuff that moves you.
I'm Robert Shapiro. Over 1 million people have discovered how easy it is to use LegalZoom for important legal documents. So start your business, protect your family, launch your dreams. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest.
Call 800-440-5217.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
All I knew was I wanted to work on electronics, obviously. I wanted to have a really successful career at it. My name is Nathaniel Carpenter. I am an information systems analyst. Well, I got my education from ITT Technical Institute. My wife thinks that my choice to go to ITT Tech has definitely helped me to reach the goals that I have for myself, my wife, and our life together. To be able to pick and choose where we want to go and also the lifestyle that we want to live. What I liked about ITT Tech was the fact that I liked everything about ITT Tech.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. Call 1-800-488-3116 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid for those who qualify. Call 1-800-488-3116.
The Lions roared out of Long Beach. They pounded New Mexico State by 19, and that was just a warm-up as they beat Michigan by 34. From the same region, it was Alabama. First it was Colorado State, and then they shocked Arizona 77-55. Lenny Wirtz is our referee tonight. He'll work alongside John Corio and Ted Hillary. And Loyola Marymount in the dark jerseys controls the tap, and Bo Kimball hands it off to Tony Walker, who tonight will wear 32. He lost his number 12, so he has changed numbers to 32. Fryer puts the Lions ahead. And right away they go to the trap against Alabama. And traveling, they have forced an early turnover, Billy.
Alabama trying to take the ball up the left side. Most people like to trap on the right side. Good job. And you can see that Fryer in that first jumper with these long net sprint, he didn't even move the twine.
Minnesota playing Syracuse tough. Here it's Loyola Marymount with the ball and an early 2-point lead behind Jeff Fryer.
Kimball posting up low on Cheatham. Giving up a little size, but has a lot of strength down there.
It's taking him some time to pull the trigger, and Fryer is rejected. Cheatham with the rebound.
Horry is hurt his ankle and went down right away. Referee stopping everything. This would be a tough break for Alabama to lose anybody. Looks like he's holding his knee.
Robert Horry, 6'9" sophomore, injured here in the early going.
You can see he got hit by Bo Kimball. Might have just got a hyperextension there because he's walking okay now. Might have just shocked him. Almost like getting hit in the funny bone in your elbow.
Now, that will mean Alabama will send in its sixth man earlier than anticipated. Here is Keith Askins. He's a senior. He could have started this year, but he said to the coach, I'm really more effective coming off the bench, and I would prefer to sit and watch the game for a time. And less than a minute. Now, obviously, Keith wanted some more viewing time than that, but he'll be pressed into service here in the early going. So that familiar full-court press defense by the Lions and into the hands of Cheatham. And now they're going to run some seconds off the clock. They do not want to take that first shot. The crowd here in California obviously behind Loyola Marymount.
Wimp Sanderson will take the layup against the press, but he will not take the short jumper. He doesn't want to establish that pace.
Now Waits and Sanders, the two guards, will be keys. Benoit comes way out from his center spot to take that pass. And now they run seconds down off the clock.
Down to 8. I don't know if they realize how little time they've got.
Cheatham has it rejected. And that's a fresh 45.
Brett, one of the rules I think that's going to be changed in NCAA play, and that is when a defense makes a great play like that, they should be rewarded by the clock being set at 5, not back to 45.
So now it's James Sanders.
We'll box inside.
Haskins handles it. Now, this is not the kind of game that Michigan got caught up in last week. Michigan tried to play him basket for basket, and Alabama is not going to do that. They're going to bring the clock down, take seconds off, and try to force the tempo of this game their way.
Excellent move by Wimp Sanderson. He's got Walker down inside on Askins on a switch. That's who they can go to. But they're holding it right down to the last seconds, aren't they?
Benoit misfiring. Askins puts it back for Bama.
Now, that was a problem because Walker never did switch back. Here's the push-up court, looking to go for the 3.
And on the inside, the foul is called.
Walker on a charge. For people who have not seen Loyola Marymount play, that's what Walker loves to do. Drive it right down the middle, then fire back out for the 3. Just exactly opposite of what most teams would do.
Now against the press, they work off a stack, and they get it into the guard's hands.
Good pass.
Quickly to Benoit. Now it's a 2-on-1, but they're not going to take it. They'll bring it back out. And it is stolen by Kimball. 4-2 Loyola.
Sanders and Waits both have to be much more careful than that with the ball. What Paul Westhead is doing is he's allowing them to get the ball down inside early. He wants everybody to play outside on the perimeter. His style works on your mind, doesn't it? It makes you change everything that you want to do in the normal framework of your offense and defense. He basically has already won that test of wits.
I said we'll never see the 45-second shot clock. Only at one end. Shot is missed and yanked away by Kimball. And here come the Lions. Walker penetrates to the baseline. And here's Per Steamer's 3 on the money. And now Alabama will be forced to play catch-up early. That works against their style.
You can see what Walker does, just the opposite of most teams. You try to get the ball from your small men down into the low post, and they feed out. He drives and becomes a low post player, dishing back outside to big people on the perimeter. And if you're Alabama, you cannot sink in. When he drives, you got to let him go one-on-one. No helping out. And I think Wimp is going to find it'll be easier to attack with about 12 seconds than taking it down to 5 or 6. That puts too much pressure, makes the defense tougher.
Billy, we're going to go back to the top of the broadcast when we said a scorer has to stand up here. You can run this, but you've got to have somebody who can knock it down. There's Cheatham. He hit the side of the glass. He wasn't even close.
Well, I think they're waiting a little bit too long to go for the shot.
Walker on the pull-up. Loyola won't wait. Alabama's ball now, and they're cut off in that backcourt. So they have a manpower advantage. Will they take advantage of it? Then one goes for the shot. Misfiring, but an offensive rebound and a pullout for Askins.
And that's not the shot that Wimp wants. If they get a 2-on-1, he wants a layup, not the short 15-foot jumper. That's what killed Michigan. Benoit has a pretty decent jump shot from there. Kimball doing a nice job on Cheatham down inside, fronting him in the low post. And here's what I think they need to attack at the 10-second mark. Too late.
Turned it over. So it's been unsuccessful in the early going. We've got a timeout. 14:53, 7-2, Loyola.
I'm Anna, leader of the visitors. Thank you again for welcoming us to your world. We have to fight them one step at a time.
One of the fall's biggest new series is back. They are everywhere. Their arrival
I need you to be safe. Don't get involved with the visitors. He's the one. We should use him.
was just the beginning.
We are of peace, always.
ABC's V. They return Tuesday, March 30th on ABC.
Saturday at 2 on ESPN. #1 Syracuse battles Louisville, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Then at 9, North Carolina clashes with 4th-ranked Duke, presented by DirecTV.
We got ADT because I walked in on a burglary once. The physical damage was pretty bad. The emotional toll was even worse. Our daughter had nightmares. What that robber really took from us was our peace of mind. With ADT, we got it back.
Every 15 seconds, a burglary takes place in the United States. Help protect your family with a fast alarm response of ADT. A single ADT system can help protect your home from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. When an alarm is received, ADT can call the local authorities for help. And you get this monitored protection, plus great local service, all for about $1 a day. And only ADT offers a theft protection guarantee.
Take it from me. The time to think about a security system isn't after something bad happens. It's before.
Call now and save over $250 when you buy ADT's family package. And ask about our new technology, like our keychain remote. ADT, always there.
Hi, I'm John Scher, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away all the free computer learning lessons. Well, I've given away hundreds of thousands of my free computer learning lessons, and I'm not done yet. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Do you want to join the millions of people who are making money on eBay? Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards, but I can guarantee you I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay. And with over 60 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you're going to want to learn. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Try my product.
Call now and get your great learning CD absolutely free. You'll see how fast and easy you can learn eBay, Windows, Excel, PowerPoint, or any other video lesson. Call now to get the skills you need to succeed. Just pay shipping and processing. Call 1-800-260-8492. That's 1-800-260-8492.
7-2 as Alabama works its slowdown game here in the early going of the confrontation against Loyola Marymount. That will show you geographically where the two schools are located. Let's give you a profile first tonight of Loyola Marymount, much smaller school than Alabama. And they are located very close to Los Angeles International Airport. Famous alumni that you know, Billy, Pete Newell and Phil Wilbur.
Yeah, along with Ohio State, Kansas, and Kentucky, the only school in the country had two alumni that were involved in the NCAA championship and NIT championship as well. And also, in the case of Pete Newell, an Olympic championship.
Terrell Lowry has checked in as Kimball hits another one, and it's 9-2. And now Bama down by 7 in the early going. There's the 2-on-1, but they pull it back out.
Brett, most teams that play a 2-2-1 full court press have one guy back, and they really fear you taking the jump shot from the wings. You can see Paul Westhead doesn't mind it at all.
Billy, how will a booing crowd affect the young men of Alabama in this situation?
Well, they've played in the SEC, a top-notch league, yeah, and they've gone to a lot of places. You know, they've been to Georgia, they've been to LSU, they've been to Auburn. So they know what it's like.
Good to see that Ori is back on the floor. Missed the three. Cheatham couldn't tap it in. Simply not enough firepower. That's the missing ingredient here tonight for the Crimson Tide. And there is Lowry misfiring with the three. And out of bounds, it'll go over to Alabama. 9-2 Loyola, 13:48 to go.
Brett, you made a good point in our meeting this morning. Let's not ever say that was a bad shot. Because normally, you know, a coach in the sideline said, why is he taking that one? But that's what Paul Westhead has been able to do. There is no bad shot. Just get it moving.
You know what's underrated about this Loyola team? Their defense.
You better believe it. Just like UNLV when they were known as the Running Rebels. Everybody didn't ever give them credit for the way they put pressure on. And they score on out of bounds a lot because they go way out for the three-pointer.
Kimball, who is extremely strong, got his own rebound, but there was a whistle. Foul against... No, there's no basket on it now as he came on the inside. And
it's Bo Kimball pushing from behind. Yeah.
Pushing against Cheatham when he got into the paint area.
Brett, what I think that Alabama ought to try a time or two against this press is in their 2-on-1, taking the ball harder to Steamer. Take it right at him and try to go for the lob.
Paint area, Ori. And he almost stole it. Back into the hands of Steamer. An offensive foul, and that's number 1 on Steamer. 1 on Kimball, 1 on Tony Walker.
Steamer, of course, a member of the Swedish national team, an underrated player. Now, see in this press, they've got 4 guys playing half court on this end. Steamer all back by himself. Not a great shot blocker, and not really that quick. But they don't care if you beat it over half court. See, they keep the 4 men deep here. Looking for a steal.
And they forced a bad pass that was saved beautifully by Waits, and Cheatham follows it up.
That's the move that I think Alabama, they've got superior size and quickness. If they put it up on that board early, they'll get some easy. Wait.
Kimball coming through, had it blocked out of bounds, where the ball. Askins very active on the inside, as is Cheatham, and Ori. Probably the key thing in the early going for Coach Sanderson is the fact that Ori's injury was not serious as he's able to return to the floor.
Good fake at the shooter.
Lowry got his man in the air, and this will be Kimball. Cheatham rebounding. It's 9-6 Loyola, up by 3.
Alabama starting to get in a little better sync now on their end of the floor and taking advantage of their 6'8", 6'9" leaping rebounders up front.
Alabama hitting the boards, Billy, and that's a key statistic that you noticed earlier in terms of the bodies that are on the floor right now.
I think they should take it right down, and now you have Lowry at 6'2", and that's a stretch playing Ori. I think you want to go in there. Kimball, who really plays low post defense well.
Walker returns, and Jeff Fryer, who was quiet, will go over to the bench. Only 2 points for Fryer in the early going, 4 for Kimball, and a 3-point basket for Steamer. And that's Loyola's 9 points. This has to be the lowest total of the year for them so far at this junction.
Peabody in the game, set up at 3.
Misfiring, and another rebound yanked away by Alabama. Lead for Cheatham, intercepted beautifully by Walker, and he'll drive it back down the floor, and it's knocked out of bounds by Waits. So we've got a timeout at the 11:47 mark. And Paul Westhead's team with only 9 points.
Painting is such a mess. The pan, the can. Tired of the drips and spills that make painting such a chore?
Hi, I'm Adam J, and this is the Spill Daddy Paint Pro, the patented paint system that's guaranteed never to spill and will change the way you paint forever. Just pour your paint to the fill line, snap on the patented Spill Daddy lid, and you're ready to tackle any project without the mess. In the house, no spills. Outdoors, no splatters. Keep it clean, even up that ladder. Who's your daddy? Spill Daddy! Our patented design fits snugly together and safely chambers in the paint from spills, drips, and potential disaster. Upside down, sideways, anyway. And forget about those sloppy, messy brushes. The Spill Daddy's unique built-in drip lip lets brushes rest without the mess. From 53 feet up, watch how the Spill Daddy keeps the paint and the mess in the pail. Who's your daddy? Spill Daddy! The Spill Daddy holds enough paint to cover over 100 square feet and can be used for paints, stain, turpentine, lacquer, anything you can spill or splatter. We're gonna save you time and the cleanup too. With the custom Spill Daddy liners, just remove and save your paint for another day. Order your Spill Daddy right now for just $19.99. You'll get the Spill Daddy Paint Pro with the patented no spill lid, and I'll include 10 custom Spill Daddy liners absolutely free. But wait, call or click right this minute and I'll double the offer. You'll get 2 revolutionary Spill Daddies and 20 custom Spill Daddy liners, all for the low price of just $19.99. Separate processing applies to the bonus kit.
Call 1-800-260-1467 or log on now to order the revolutionary Spill Daddy and get a 2-for-1 special with 20 custom liners, all for just $19.99. Call 1-800-260-1467 or log on right now.
Who's your daddy?
Pistons Cavs and Hornets Spurs tomorrow on ESPN.
Crimes are an unfortunate part of our society. The field of criminal justice is full of men and women, both in the public eye and behind the scenes, working to secure our future. The ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice teaches the fundamentals of the criminal justice system and criminal justice skills. Graduates may be ready to pursue a broad spectrum of careers in the private sector, as well as entry-level positions involving criminal justice, including parole and probation, community corrections, and court systems. Be one of the many dedicated Americans who participate in making our nation a better and safer place for us all. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-488-3116 or visit us on the web.
Well, the only team with a longer winning streak than Alabama right now is Michigan State. The Crimson Tide has been a tidal wave as of late. 8 straight victories, and their average margin, 16. Solid reasons why. They've held the opponents to 38% from the field, and they've hit 49% from three-point land. And Billy, watching them, I find that you're very impressed with their physical skills.
Yeah, I think that they have such great balance in the front line that their offensive and defensive rebounding could dominate this game just if they can keep the pace where it is. The clock is so key to them to keep the pace down here under 100.
Kimball shoots a layup, and Sanderson said that was another offensive foul. He's furious over there.
Good look by Ori up front. They're beating the press. They've, with these 6'9" players, they're throwing right over the top of the press.
11-6. The Lions with the lead.
They're just taking a pace away from this game. Now they're going to try to score. They're just taking it down so late.
Sanders buries it.
You know what helps? Alabama had a number of days to prepare for Loyola as opposed to what happened to Michigan.
Air ball. Bama's possession. Down by 3. Five times Sanderson has been to this game, and he's never been able to advance. So he's trying to go into uncharted waters here tonight. He has been an underrated coach. He's voted the coach of the decade in the Southeastern Conference, and he has come up with a plan here tonight.
Brent, one of the great Alabama teams of all time. That club back in '76 when Indiana won the national championship. Might have been the second best team in the country. They were knocked off in this same round by Indiana, Bobby Knight's team. Benson and Leon Douglas going after each other.
Steamer knocked it away beautifully from Cheatham, but Alabama gets it back.
And what this does, this pace of the game, it makes each jump shot that Loyola Marymount takes a little tougher because they're not getting in their rhythm.
Stolen, and now it's Peabody coming down.
He'll go the distance for the layout. And should have got a foul called that time on Cheatham, who grabbed him at the last minute.
Alabama has turned it over 8 times, and that should be an offensive foul.
No, defense.
Was it defense? Was he moving up on him?
Right, the man did not have the ball. Therefore, you've got the time and distance rule.
So it was a good call on him. I forgot that he has to have the ball in that situation, and you're absolutely right.
But Peabody will give up his body for anyone. Known as the human bruise.
That's exactly what he's called.
And you can see he's there, and the ball is not yet in the hands of Sanders. He goes down. Good call.
13-8. Loyola Marymount, they've led it all the way. 9:28 to go here in the first half. Boy, that graphic is revealing, isn't it? Chris Scott, number 31 for Loyola, has checked in the game. He's underneath the basket right there in your screen.
Not where you want to pick up your dribble.
All I can say about this game is it's a good thing they got the 45-second shot clock, folks. We'd be looking at one of those 6-5 babies that they used to play.
You can't have any fault whatsoever in what Wynn Sanderson is doing. The exception of maybe holding it down to 6 seconds instead of at 10.
Askins moves it outside. Loyola ball. Corey hit him going down the baseline.
First personal, first team foul.
4 team fouls against Loyola and only 1 against Alabama here. 13-8. Loyola Marymount with the lead. Will Kimball over to Lowry missing. Askins rebounding for the tie.
Pryor back in the game. They're going to have to get Pryor moving.
And a neat steal by Fryer, who did a great job, and now it's Lowry with the dribble.
Fryer setting up out in the three-point range. But Sanders and Waits are really ready for that, no matter who gets matched up with it. Shouldn't have helped.
Misfired. Askins rebounded.
All the things you're taught in basketball you can't do against Loyola Marymount. You want to help as happen there, but you can't let Fryer open the top of the key.
Oriole look for help to bring it back out. Deflected out of bounds by Kimball. Well, we've got a timeout just inside 8 minutes. 13-8, Loyola.
Return moisture to your face with Gillette Fusion. Proven to lubricate during shaving and hydrate after. The Fusion Shaving System. Clinically tested to hydrate your skin.
What? I had peanut with sea salt. Dude, you're freaking me out. Hey, getting really sick of this, Gary.
Planters with pure sea salt.
Do you want a lower mortgage rate? Then here's some news you should know. If your interest rate is higher than 4.99%, right now is a great time to call Quicken Loans. The rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is near 4.99%, APR 5.034%. By calling Quicken Loans today and refinancing at these low rates, you may be able to keep more money in your pocket each month. These low rates may not stay this low for very much longer, so the time to lock in with Quicken Loans is now. At Quicken Loans, we can close your loan in less than half the time of most other lenders, and we'll meet you for that closing at your home or anywhere else you want at a time that's convenient for you. And remember, you can skip your mortgage payment the first month after you close. Right now is a great time to refinance with Quicken Loans. Lower your interest rate to around 4.99% and save thousands over the course of a new 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. Call a Quicken Loans mortgage expert for today's low rates. Quicken Loans, America's home loan experts.
I may be in my pajamas right now, but I'm not going to bed. I'm going to college online. Education Connection will connect you to the right online college for free.
Log on to myschoolnow.com. That's myschoolnow.com.
Saturday, first up at 2, number 1 Syracuse at Louisville. Then at 9, North Carolina battles 4th-ranked Duke.
Every day, ADT does more than help people feel safe. ADT saves lives.
My dog was all alone when the fire broke out. ADT acted fast. They saved my home and her life.
ADT called in the middle of the night and said they had detected a carbon monoxide leak. We would have slept right through it.
When someone tried to break into my home, I was glad I had ADT. Even better, I was able to talk with them right from the keypad. That's peace of mind.
ADT lets you easily arm and disarm your system with our new keychain remote. And you can count on fast alarm response from our advanced network of monitoring centers. A single ADT system can help protect your home from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. And you get this monitored protection, plus great local service, all for about $1 a day. Better yet, only ADT offers a money-back guarantee and a theft protection guarantee.
It's peace of mind that can also save your life.
Call now and save over $250 when you buy ADT's family package. ADT, always there.
The year of the buzzer beater, but none more amazing than Connecticut's win against Clemson last night. With one tick of that clock left, they got the job done. Tate George, when you think about that play, they took a great passer, which they had, a great catch, and then the poise with which he turned around and buried that shot. Here, Loyola Marymount is playing Alabama, which has slowed it down, and it is 13-8. Thank you, Jim. And you folks watching that other game didn't expect to tune over here and see people standing around, did you? But this is Alabama with the ball. Whip Sanderson with a game plan, almost a steal by Loyola Marymount. And a summation will show you that even though Bama has not shot well, they have been taking seconds off the clock. Their average time of possession, 28, and Loyola Marymount firing every 9 seconds. Now, normally Loyola gets a shot off about every 7 seconds. Alabama in the white. They cleared it all the way. Atkins misfiring, rebounded by Peabody. And now here come the Lions. And just notice the difference, how much quicker. You see, they come up and they fire away. And as Billy Packer said earlier, that throws them off their rhythm a little bit.
They are off their rhythm because they're having to work on the defensive end for long periods of time.
That's Askins, the 6th man for Alabama, and one of their best players pulling down that rebound. 7:10 to go here in the first half. I know you're enjoying that one between Syracuse and Minnesota. Sounds like that one's been a great one so far. Alabama is scoreless over the last 3:30. What happened over
Askins got hit in the neck. I don't know if he's cut. He just got an elbow when he grabbed that rebound down the other end. You know, one of the things I'm impressed with is Paul Westhead going to his bench early, as he does all the time. Bo Kimball sat down, and even though he doesn't have the flow of the game going, he's still taking his fellas out, letting them sit. Looks like Askins in some real pain there.
Billy, while the other folks are with us, what do you think about Wimp Sanderson's game plan for Loyola tonight?
I think it's excellent. He does not have a team that wants to play in the hundreds. He's figured out a way, or at least he's attempting to figure out a way to occupy anywhere from 25 to 30 seconds every time he's got the ball, with the exception of the fast break. And it's really taken Loyola out of their rhythm.
Just check the record book. Their lowest total of the year in their opening game was 91 points against Nevada, Las Vegas. There is Ori with a strong offensive rebound. Couldn't put it back, and Benoit with another one, and he hits the jump shot.
They could really go to the offensive boards. They have superior size and quickness inside.
Shot is rejected. Alabama's ball, and there is a foul. Later tonight, we'll see the #1 seed. Interesting, isn't it, when you take a look at those seed numbers on the left side? Vegas, the only one of the top 4 which survived over here, and they'll be up against a defensive-minded team in Ball State. And how about Ball State? The only school from Indiana. You know, you think of the Hoosiers, you think of Purdue, you think of Notre Dame, and yet here it is. David Letterman's favorite college still in the tournament.
The other thing we better start talking about, we keep talking about Loyola being off their game. Alabama has this year held both teams below 25 and a half.
Steal by Fryer. The three.
Good defensive play.
That's his first three-pointer tonight. I guess he wasn't quite across the line, Billy. That's what they ruled. Sanders will pass it up.
Now you can see a lot more pressure on the ball out at the perimeter. Maybe a gamble Paul Westhead will take and say, let's put the pressure on, let him have something down inside just to pick up the pace.
Pounded inside, and there was a foul against Kimball, and that's #2 on Bo Kimball.
And maybe the most unbelievable stat of this particular tournament so far is when Bo picked up 4 fouls in the first game of the tournament against New Mexico State and played the rest of the game with 4.
That was Tony Walker, whom you saw check into the game. Is Terrell Lowry out of the Oakland area. Sits down for a time. So that full court press forcing some turnovers here tonight.
When he played with the 4, it's not like he was asleep because he had 45 points in the game. Fryer sat down for a couple of minutes. He's really come out enthusiastically on defense.
I wonder if the Loyola players get bored in a game like this.
How would they like to play Princeton?
That would have been the matchup of the tournament. They should have opened it up. Loyola Marymount against Princeton. Here's Ori. Couldn't get the roll. Steamer goes to save it into the hands of Kimball. Loyola ball.
Excellent timing by Steamer. Only guy in the team that wouldn't take the 3 was Knight.
Misfiring and into the hands of Benoit. Sanders finally had enough of pulling it out. He got help underneath, and they tap it in. It's a 4-point Loyola Marymount lead at 16-12. Bo Kimball, and there's an injured Alabama player at the other end.
Gary Waits got hit in the head on that drive by Bo Kimball, who is amazing. He kind of puts his head down like a fullback, goes in there not with blazing speed, but with a lot of power.
Bo Kimball, through his career, has had to overcome injuries, and perhaps none more so as Waite seems to be all right. We were talking about Bo Kimball. His knee underwent arthroscopic surgery, and he left Southern California and returned home to Philadelphia during the summer to rehab. And he was telling a story about a young friend who came up to him and said, Bo, you will never, ever make it back. And Bo said, what are you talking about? And he said, you will not work hard enough. You're soft, man. And that was all Bo Kimball needed. Every day with the weights, the leg lifts, then out to shoot with his friends from LaSalle. And, of course, his late great buddy Hank Gathers was there for a time, too. So he's a young man with a great work ethic, and I know you'd enjoy talking. You probably heard him in all the talk shows. All around. Missed the jam. Loyola Marymount coming back.
Benoit had an easy layup there.
And now by Lowry, Askins. They double-teamed the ball, and too aggressive that time, and Lowry committing the foul.
Wim Sanderson feeling that Loyola Marymount getting away with a lot of hand checking down inside. Look at that scowl. Gene Cady, Rip Sanderson, Jimmy Boeheim. Huh? You better believe it. Cut himself shaving on the side, looks like.
Was he ready for this one or what? Huh? He is the man who has, I guess, made an entire state forget the legend of Bear Bryant. He's probably the most familiar figure in Alabama sports right now, isn't he?
He's been there for 30 years as an assistant, graduate assistant, then assistant coach, now head coach.
Before the mail comes to my friend Mr. Tubbs, nobody makes you forget Bear Bryant. He just is the #1 athletic figure. He has done a great coaching job down there, and he frequently gets overlooked, too.
Brent 7 times taken a team in 11 years, or in his 10 years, to the SEC championship game in a tournament. That's great consistency in an outstanding league.
4-point lead, 4 minutes left in the first half. This certainly is the lowest output of the year in one half. Offensive foul against Askins. Alabama will not like this.
I don't get Wimp going, but it was a great double team. Loyola really double teams well, moving those hands and feet.
We'll be right back. 18-14, Loyola Maryland.
Carlos Pena or Raul Ibanez?
20 seconds.
Seriously? Okay, need a big bat. Daddy needs some RBIs. Let's see. Carlos had 100, Raul had 93. Carlos is younger, but I like the sound of Raul. Raul. Definitely better to chant than Carlos. Plus, he's bald. When am I gonna lose my hair? Dude, focus. Need a big bat. Vicente Padilla.
5 pitchers in a row? Interesting.
ESPN Fantasy Baseball. Sign up for free at ESPN.com.
Saturday at 2 on ESPN. #1 Syracuse battles Louisville, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Then at 9, North Carolina clashes with 4th-ranked Duke, presented by DirecTV.
I met my wife on a blind date.
It's my family that kind of got me started in the career path that I'm in now is in ITT Tech. My wife was responsible for me going there. You know, we were actually driving right by ITT Tech. She said you should go in and just check it out.
That definitely jump-started a lot of opportunities for him.
It's nice to work normal hours for a change and be home for dinner and be able to spend more time with my family. I know they really appreciate that. It allows me to provide for them in ways that before my education I don't think I would have been able to.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. Call 1-800-488-3116 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid for those who qualify. Call 1-800-488-3116.
Hi, I'm John Scher, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away all the free computer learning lessons. Well, I've given away hundreds of thousands of my free computer learning lessons, and I'm not done yet. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Do you want to join the millions of people who are making money on eBay? Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards, but I can guarantee you I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay. And with over 60 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you're going to want to learn. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Try my product.
Call now and get your great learning CD absolutely free. You'll see how fast and easy you can learn eBay, Windows, Excel, PowerPoint, or any other video lesson. Call now to get the skills you need to succeed. Just pay shipping and processing.
Call 1-800-260-8492. That's 1-800-260-8492.
With Billy Packer, I'm Brent Musburger. West Regional Semifinal from the Oakland Coliseum, and if you just joined us, a surprise. Loyola Marymount with only 18 points and inside of 4 minutes into first half because of Alabama controlling the tempo of this one. The lowest point output in one half for Loyola Marymount this year was 46 points in the first half against New Mexico State.
Well, Brent, to put it in perspective also, one of their common opponents was LSU. LSU, a team that would love to run with Loyola. But they scored 148 against them. But then you turn around and you see that Alabama at one game this year held LSU to 55 points. So this is not uncommon for them to be able to do this to a team. Kimball down the low post.
They turned it over. And a reminder that a little bit later, we will select the Chevrolet players of the game, and in conjunction with the award, Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of both schools.
Nice job by Waits and also by Cheatham to realize that's not what they're looking for.
On the turnover, and an offensive foul has been called against Kimball here. That is number 3 on Bo Kimball.
And all of his fouls have come on the offensive end. The charge there, the charge down inside, that was just a touch. And he stays in the game.
Of course, with 4 fouls, he turned it loose against New Mexico State.
That was an amazing exhibition of control on his part. Cheatham making good decisions. But he gets caught down the corner, giving up his dribble.
Cheatham misfiring and Steamer coming off of 0 for a shooter. They have turned it over.
But see, if you don't get to handle the ball as many times as normally Loyola does, they like 100 shots a game. Each and every possession becomes much more costly. And those turnovers really build up. Alabama to take some of those jumpers from the corner. That's what would really start their break, but Alabama just not doing it. Well-drilled plum. That's the shot they rebound so well and run off of.
Ori on the drive makes it a 2-point. So Ori, 2:27 to go, has made it an 18-16 game. Great block. Ori getting out defensively. Steamer runs it down.
Wim Sanderson loved that play, and you can see Ori, Cheatham, Askins are really capable of stopping that 3-point shot.
The Wimp is some show over there right now. And it's against Alabama.
And if you are Alabama now, you shouldn't try to block Bo Kimball's shot. You should try to ride him every time he drives and pick up that 4th foul on a charge. Almost even give up a basket if you have to, Brent, to try to pick up that 4th. Look for Fryer circling around trying to get the 3-point shot. Good pickup by Alabama. Well scouted.
Steamer short, and Peabody fouled Askins. Over the limit.
Who did we like in this game? We're talking about 100 points. Looks like Alabama's going to get their way and hold another opponent below 25.5. And you know, they held Auburn and Georgia to 16 apiece and a half.
How about this, folks? Look at the winner. Is he into this one? And he's shooting for the lead here at the 2-minute mark. He's short, down by a point. You know, Loyola's expending a lot more energy, too, it seems like. They're just trying to force it, force it, force it. You can tell by looking at the back of the jerseys out here. They have been trying to get something accomplished. And it's just not to their liking, this pace. It's really too herky-jerky for Loyola Marymount. As Kimball muscles through, throws one up, knocked out of bounds.
Brent, there was another opportunity to draw the charge on Kimball. Let him have the shot. If you're a guy coming from the weak side, don't try to block the shot.
I wonder if they've gone 230 all season without a point. This game is really to Alabama's liking. Wow. Now Cheatham, and they got a chance to go ahead here, folks, with 1.5 minutes to go. They have jumped all over Ori, and finally the foul is called on Jeff Fryer.
Kimball is really frustrated because of his 3rd foul, and you can see Even the way the game is being officiated, it plays into Alabama's hands because they're not allowing the hand checks. They're not allowing the double teams to be very aggressive. Westhead jumping on the officials there for allowing Alabama that little three-man huddle.
Game has been tied at 123.
Brent, your point about being tired. When you have to chase on defense, it's a lot tougher than getting into that pace where you can get the constant up and down running that they're used to in their offense.
So Alabama takes its first lead of the game, 19-18 with 1:23 to go. And Marcus Webb, the 6'8", 260-pounder out of Montgomery, checks in here for the last minute and a half. And now Loyola trying to come from behind for the first time. Lowry under pressure, and it didn't take long, did it?
Tough to pass back. Ori doing a great job against the press, thrown over the top of the defense. It's nice to have a guy 6'9" that's capable of doing that.
Easy shot right there. 21-20. Minute to go in the first half. Misfiring. Lowry swings the hook. And the foul is against Alabama, and Fryer will step up to that line.
Wimp can't believe that because the two men that got offensive rebounds in there are 6'3".
But he has to be extremely happy, and I think if you could read his lips, he was saying, that's all right. That's all right. Because things are going his way. Boy, he is right in the middle of this one.
You see Ori down there with his outstanding all-around forward play. Alabama's been blessed. You know, Buck Johnson, Eddie Phillips, Bobby Lee Hurt. And he went Derek McKee. Just a great group of 6'8", 6'9" forwards that can run and shoot.
Number 34, Chris Knight.
Chris Knight will let both Kimball sit down as Paul Westhead really wants to protect him, and that's certainly a wise move here with 39 seconds to go.
Key thing for Wimp right here is to make sure on this possession the press doesn't get him. Notice he has his 2 yards long.
How does it sound to be calling a guy jumping over there in a beautiful plaid sport coat? You're calling him Wimp. I mean, it just doesn't fit, does it? His real name is Winfrey, and his coach named him that early on. He's coaching the Classic here tonight. Sheeta for the glass.
Look at the line. They should go for one last shot. And Wimp is screaming at him. Not like Paul. Westhead isn't pretty vocal on his side as well. A big offensive rebound there. You want to let Horry get a chance to.
Sanders missing. Knight lost it, but Fryer picks it up now. With time running down, and that's the end of the first half. Loyola Marymount leads it, but Alabama has this game right where they want it. And Wimp Sanderson knows it. This is being played at his pace. We'll continue after this message and a word from your local station.
It begins with a brushstroke. A simple yet powerful line. Uniting engineering and emotion. Connecting driver to road. Separating infinity from every other luxury car in the world. The newly redesigned Infiniti G sedan. This is inspired performance. This is the way of infinity.
What? Giant peanut with sea salt. Dude, you're freaking me out. Hey, getting really sick of this, Gary.
Planters with pure sea salt.
At LegalZoom, you can take care of virtually all your important legal matters in just minutes. Now it's quicker and easier for you to start your business, protect your family, and launch your dreams. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
One-A-Day VitaCraves, a complete adult multivitamin in a gummy to support energy, immunity, and your inner child. One-A-Day VitaCraves, multivitamin gummies for grown-ups.
Own a timeshare? Turn it into cash.
No more mortgage payments.
Thank you, Timeshares Only.
At Timeshares Only, you'll find properties from the biggest names in the industry. If you want to buy, sell, or rent, call now. Call Timeshares Only and get your free information kit with our insider secrets to buying, selling, and renting timeshares, plus receive a free $100 gift card.
The over $5 billion sold in the past 6 months proves now can be the best time to sell.
Call 800-366-1674. That's 800-366-1674. Call 800-366-1674 now.
I got ADT because my neighbors were robbed. But ADT did a lot more than protect me from burglaries. I was at a meeting when the fire started. Molly was all alone. Fortunately, ADT was looking out for us. They acted fast and called the fire department. They rescued Molly just in time. ADT saved my home and the most important things in it.
Every day, ADT is there for our customers with an easy way to arm and disarm your system, fast alarm response, and our advanced network of monitoring centers. A single ADT system can help protect your home from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. When an alarm is sounded, ADT can respond quickly, calling the local authorities for help. And you get ADT's monitored protection, plus great local service, all for about $1 a day. You could even save up to 20% off your homeowner's insurance.
What good is an ordinary smoke detector if there's no one around to hear it? I know ADT will hear it.
Call now and save over $250 when you buy ADT's family package. ADT, always there.
Well, in 27 of their 30 games so far this season, Loyola Marymount has scored 100 or more points. And here against Alabama in the regional semifinal, they have put only 22 points on the board. And from that three-point land, they are 2 of 12 right now.
You know, Brett, the thing about it is neither team playing their game completely, and yet I don't think we played the first half, and nobody's really established what the game is going to be. So I think, you know, we've only got 20 minutes to go. I think it could go either way. I think Loyola Marymount still could get their run and attack going.
Alabama in the white with the ball. Sanders and Waits back there at guard, along with Ori, Benoit, and Cheatham.
The other thing to remember, they are in the lead, despite the fact that Alabama has played the game they wanted for 20 minutes.
Alabama led it 21-20, and that was their only lead of the first half.
Might go to Kimball, his man down inside. He's got Cheatham. He's got 3 fouls on him.
The one shot that has worked for Alabama has been Ori. He misses the 3. Fryer with the rebound, and Walker, wearing 32 tonight, brings it down, and Fryer hits the 3 to start the second half.
That's how they started the game. They're really picking up this tempo now defensively.
Knight chasing from behind, and Sanders will attempt to pull it out as they go after the ball.
I think they ought to give Cheatham a couple of tries. He's down inside with Bo Kimball.
What he likes to do is that turnaround, and it spins out. And it's yanked away by Knight. And into the hands of Walker as they come up tempo. Tapped up and no basket. Foul is on Steamer, coming up over the top from behind, his second personal.
Brent, a good thing for Wimp Sanderson to tell Cheatham right now is when it comes down low, Kimball is not going to guard you. So if he touches the ball, he should just go for the score.
Boy, that one stayed close. Great job there by Clint Haskins, isn't it? I'm sure we'll be checking in on the end of that one as it comes down the wire if it stays close. Now here's Ori. This has been his shot. And he missed it, but it was tapped in by Cheatham.
Again, Kimball is going to have a hard time handling him down low.
Walker wants the layup. Misfire. Alabama ball.
2 down on the floor. The official's got 2 on one end, but Alabama's got advantage. He can't stop the clock.
5 on 3. Neither player is seriously hurt, and still with a 5 on 3, Bama will work the clock. And I believe that Walker is in pain. He is holding his left side there a little bit, so he is shaken up, and Paul Westhead probably will go to the bench as Cheatham puts in the tying basket. 25 all now.
Slowed him down to about 80 miles an hour.
Knight with a miss. Rebound by Steamer, and here's Kimball's 3 short.
Altered. Great job by Cheatham. Hey, it's tough to get that jumper from three-point line with 6'9" guys coming at you that can jump in the air.
Corey coming on the inside. He's going to be the go-to guy. It looks like now he's starting to hold his right side in his back. He limps back on defense. It's a move. Misfired. Then Walk can't save it.
You see what happens down inside. Walker goes down so hard onto the ground. Boy, right on his back.
Walker comes out of the lineup right now. He'll sit down. Lowry replaces him. Fryer missing that time. Or he couldn't handle it, and it's knocked back into the hands of Fryer.
Kimball over in the three-point line.
Fryer again. He'll keep shooting till he hits it, and then he'll keep shooting till he misses it. That's his formula.
Of course, he was 11 for 15 of those in the game against Michigan. He has had some games, however, nowhere near that, particularly when he hurt his hand earlier this year.
Wimp Sanderson's tempo leading by 2 right now, 27-25.
Should double.
Cheat him, and he gets it back to Waits.
Great double team by Lowry, helping out Kimball. Trying to swing the ball to get Cheatham open.
Now they're going at the 10-second mark into Knight's hands. Loyola with an opportunity to tie. Pull up by Lowry, and he hits a 2. 2-point field goal to tie it. Into Benoit's hands. Nobody there. It's a layup.
Oh, and then he kicks the ball. Now
That's going to be a warning. That will be a warning for delay of game. The next time it happens, and you know what? I think it was accidental.
It might have been. I didn't see the warning either. Brent, the point we talked about earlier today, I think that Loyola Marymount should hold the ball after they score the first point of the game every time. He knew what he was doing.
Knew what he was doing.
The reason I think they should do it, it's a warning to both teams when it happens, and therefore the next time it's a technical foul.
Send a man to Italy. Let him play for the America's Cup team.
That was with the knee.
Kemba. And that's a 2.
You see what Bo did there? He paralyzed the defender. He's been taking the jumper without the fake.
They've turned it over with the score tied at 29. Now the pace starting to pick up, but there's a timeout. That also works to that man's advantage. 15:46 and timeout, and we'll be right back.
Just because it says for men doesn't mean it is. New Gillette Odor Shield Body Wash targets and neutralizes odor for up to 16 hours. Because you've got a man-sized odor hanging all over you. Gillette Odor Shield Body Wash. Wash like a man, feel like a man. Also try new Gillette Odor Shield Antiperspirant.
Hi, may I help you?
Yes, I hear Progressive has lots of discounts on car insurance. Can I get in on that?
Are you a safe driver?
Yes.
Discount. Do you own a home?
Yes.
Discount. Are you gonna buy online?
Yes.
Discount. Isn't getting discounts great?
Yes.
There's no discount for agreeing with me.
Yeah, I got carried away.
It happens to me all the time.
Helping you save money. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
If you've had a heart attack caused by a completely blocked artery, another heart attack could be lurking, waiting to strike. A heart attack caused by a clot, one that could be fatal. But Plavix helps save lives. Plavix, taken with other heart medicines, goes beyond what other heart medicines do alone to provide greater protection against heart attack or stroke and even death by helping to keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots. Ask your doctor about Plavix, protection that helps save lives. People with stomach ulcers or other conditions that cause bleeding should not use Plavix. Taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, may increase bleeding risk, so tell your doctor when planning surgery. Certain genetic factors in some medicines, such as Prilosec, may affect how Plavix works. Tell your doctor all the medicines you take, including aspirin, especially if you've had a stroke. If fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion develops, tell your doctor promptly. These may be signs of TTP, a rare but potentially life-threatening condition reported sometimes less than 2 weeks after starting Plavix. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
Saturday. First up at 2, number 1 Syracuse at Louisville. Then at 9, North Carolina battles 4th-ranked Duke.
What's the deal with all these people rushing to work, drinking their mochachinos, cappuccinos, chocolate chinos, whatever chinos? I don't know who this Mr. Chino guy thinks he is, but he doesn't know a thing about breakfast. The Meat Lovers Trio from Denny's. Country fried steak, eggs, bacon, and all manner of sausage. That's a meal. It's one of 3 new dishes for breakfast lovers being served for a limited time. Listen, coffee and milk foam is not a meal. No offense, Mr. Chino. I'm not a fan of your beverages, but I sure do love your pants. Thank you, and good morning.
Brent Musburger with Billy Packer. The Oakland Coliseum. Loyola Marymount in Alabama tied at 29. You know, Paul Westhead went to a clinic back in 1975. Sonny Allen was in the coach at Old Dominion, and he led Old Dominion to a Division II title. And he said, you do it with run, 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 run. And Westhead afterwards, he was intrigued. He went up and he said, what about this attack? And Sonny said, well, Paul, you got to be a little crazy to use it. And Westhead says, I'm a little crazy. So that's what you see tonight, is a little crazy on the part of Loyola Marymount as Ori ships it back outside into the hands of Waits with the score tied, and Bama again bringing seconds off that clock.
So Ori's got to go a little bit closer to Peabody to make the feed to Cheatham.
Cheatham's turnaround. Nice open shot.
That's a good call. And
a steal. And a 4-point Alabama lead. 33. 15 minutes now in the game. Bama works its biggest lead.
Kimball
put back, and suddenly it is down to 2.
Smart player.
Deflected. And now it'll be Kimball for the 3. In and out. And Fryer with a rebound. Trying to push it back up, and Bama knocks the ball out of bounds.
Great no call on Horry, who had that principle of verticality working perfectly for him. Held his hands straight up in the air. You know, Horry's been coming back, though, Brent. A lot of times, Horry's coming back a lot of times. Anytime his team scores to make that interception. It's the first time he got one, but a smart move on his part.
Horry and Cheatham, Billy, appear to be 2 athletes whom the Lions are going to have a lot of difficulty with matching up.
Very difficult, because they've got Kimball down inside defensively.
Here's Steamer handing to Kimball. And it is tied as Loyola quickly backs up field goals and now goes for the turnover. Waits gets it up beautifully in the hands of Sanders, who will go for the layup. Score it, and he'll come to the line.
Sanders' quickness with Waits worked perfectly. It's nice to have the guards at the end of a fast break opportunity, and that's what Ori is allowing them to do. Steamer doesn't get there in time. Great layup by Sanders. He started after the 13th game this year, teaming up for this club. Not a great shooter. It shows you there his athleticism going to the basket.
And for the young man from Sweden, his 3rd personal. If you're wondering about why he wound up at Loyola Marymount, he was playing for a club team over in Sweden, and his coach was a Loyola Marymount graduate. That's how the connection was made. And he has the ball. And now Loyola will come down with an opportunity to tie it or go ahead with a 3. Steamer off the fake. Will send it over to the corner, and Peabody. It's Lowry's 3. In and out. Fryer saves it off Lowry. Alabama ball.
Alabama is defending the 3 beautifully. Not only are they keeping one leg outside the paint so that they can rush out on the 3, but because of their size, they really attack that jump shooter. I think Loyola Marymount's going to have to pump fake a little bit to go by him.
Lost by Askins.
Nobody coming to meet the ball.
Boy, that was a golden opportunity for an easy basket.
Yep. Tough pass, though, from that far away.
Alabama's turned it over now 15 times. Into Kimball, and it's Steamer with a strong rebound. Score is tied again.
Need to pull it back out.
Ori had it knocked away. Fryer off. Lowry foot race coming around to Sanders. He's fouled.
Brent, you could sense that Alabama's getting hung up now in the transition game. I thought if they pulled that back out and went back to using some clock, they would get back to their tempo again. Sensational block on the other end. Just a great play for Fryer to go ahead and lead that break. Lowry, who made the block, goes to the line. Walker back in the game, and he was in some pain sitting over on that bench, so maybe he's ready to loosen things up.
Checking back in for Alabama's Benoit out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Spelled like Benoit, but pronounced Benoit. Not a Cajun country down Louisiana way.
Lowry's number 2 in the WCC in assists this year, 6.7 a game. He's an Oakland High School Player of the Year. But like most of the Loyola Marymount players, not able to get in the normal motion tonight.
Bill Kimball has not yet been at the free throw line. He's supposed to be aware in honor of his late teammate Hank Gathers, who's been shooting his first free throw left-handed. He has not yet been on the line.
First chance in a while for Alabama to get back down and use some clock. Ovey on a good cut. Lost Kimball. Can't get the ball into the low post.
Only 5 seconds, and they'll go for the 3. Not there. And Loyola comes away with it. Beating it by a point. Away from the ball, foul on Askins. And that's his 3rd personal of the game.
Well, Kimball was making the cut from the outside. He didn't get his 3-point shot opportunity, and he just blew right by Askins. Minnesota and Syracuse staying tight.
Great job by Clem Haskins in that game. Billy, I know you felt that Syracuse would beat Minnesota after you watched the Gophers last week.
I really did, but you know, Minnesota, again, Brett, when you start talking about dark horses, teams from those big power leagues that finish, you know, somewhere in the middle, that have proven they can beat anybody on a given night. And Minnesota certainly did that, primarily at home, but they're capable.
Lowry will take the 3, and it's there.
Hit it backing up.
That's 8 points for Lowry and a 39-35 lead at 12-17 now.
Now, here's what's going to be tough for Alabama, to stay with their composure, get back to the game plan that helped them in the beginning.
Sanderson yelling that Kimball should get his hands off.
Well, Sanders should have
lost the ball. Kimball on the turnover lead. Here's Walker. Missed the shot. Benoit has it. Now off to Ori, and here come the Tide, and they'll pull it back down now. Run the seconds off the clock.
How about the hustle and athleticism of Ori chasing down one of the fastest players in America with the ball, Walker. Kimball is hand checking out front. Remember, he's got 3 fouls. There's 4. Who are they going to call this on? It's a key.
I think they looked away from him, and it's Fryer's second. So Fryer, with his second personal, 11:30 to go. And Ori, Billy, has been an impressive player here tonight for Coach Sanderson. He's only a sophomore. He's 6'9". He steps up to that free throw.
Tell you how strong the SEC is. Here's a guy, a third all-SEC tournament, but a third-teamer in the regular season. He's the MVP of the San Juan tournament this year. Brett, one of the things that impressed me a lot about Loyola Marymount is how well all of their players can play low-post defense. That last time, although Fryer picked up the foul, here's Fryer at 6'1" or 2", playing against Ori, 6'9" in the low post.
You know, I think that back is still bothering Walker. He was holding it there. You could see on your screen when he sat down. He took a nasty fall in the game. Chris Knight checking in, and I'm wondering if he went down the floor on that breakout, Billy, if that didn't bother him a little bit.
Well, they had him working out down in the far end of the bench, but it's going to be tough if your back's sore to sit on the sidelines. You're going to put a little ice on it now.
Well, it's 39-37. Walker receiving the ice over there on the Loyola Marymount bench. We'll be right back. Here's Reggie.
This is a miraculous performance. told you, he was the reason the city never slept. Winning Time, Reggie Miller versus the New York Knicks, directed by Dan Flores. Sunday, March 14th at 9. Part of ESPN Films 30 for 30, presented by Levi's.
ESPN, your NBA destination. LeBron James.
Beautiful move by LeBron James.
And newly acquired big man Antoine Jamison have the league-leading Cavs poised for a championship run. Tomorrow night, they look to shut down the Pistons. Then, the Hornets try to get back in the playoff picture as they take on Tim Duncan and the Spurs. NBA Friday night doubleheader. Pistons Cavs and Hornets Spurs. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Hi, I'm John Scher, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away all the free computer learning lessons. Well, I've given away hundreds of thousands of my free computer learning lessons, and I'm not done yet. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Do you want to join the millions of people who are making money on eBay? Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards. But I can guarantee you I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay. And with over 60 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you're going to want to learn. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Try my product.
Call now and get your great learning CD absolutely free. You'll see how fast and easy you can learn eBay, Windows, Excel, PowerPoint, or any other video lesson. Call now to get the skills you need to succeed. Just pay shipping and processing. Call 1-800-260-8492. That's 1-800-260-8492.
Loyola Marymount with the ball in a 2-point lead, 39-37. Three is missed and a putback by is off. And it's Alabama ball and a chance to tie.
Set play for Fryer that time to come off the pick.
Save from going out of bounds by Askins.
This is a subtle move by Paul Westhead, but a real good one. He put Kimball on the outside so they couldn't post him up and pick up that foul on him in the low post. So now he is playing a guard instead of playing inside. That puts Fryer playing the low post defensively.
Waits have it, and he hit the three. Kimball backed off. He'd been talking to Waits coming down the floor that time. And Waits took the three. And at the other end, Kimball misfires, and Steamer with an offensive rebound. Here's Fryer. Lowry will have to hurry. He saves it.
But even with 10 minutes to go, you feel like every shot right now is the one going to turn this game. There's the good pump fake.
Gives it up to Steamer. And put in by Knight. Chris Knight came over with the left hand. He looked good on that.
How about the control?
Sanders is getting from the distance. Now the layup has been there all game long, but that's one of the few times that Alabama has gone for it. Turnover Loyola. Alabama ball and a 1-point lead.
Brett, that drive by Bo Kimball, where he's always under control. Even though Alabama tried to draw the charge, he didn't go full blast, so he could pull up on it. Crafty player. Now he's back at Ory.
Cheatham back on the low blocks, long with Ory. Ory comes out high. Steamer sealing him up.
Good switch by Steamer. Automatic switches out front.
Now they get Cheatham low. Turnaround was short. Knight, lead to Kimball. Comes down on Askins and goes around him. Askins with a great defensive play for Bama.
Great block by the senior. Kimball showed his quickness on that move.
Well coached this Alabama team. Here's Cheatham for the layup. 44-41 at the 9-minute mark. Lowry comes back down, and here's Kimball. Working the baseline. Couldn't get it off. Crowd wanted a foul.
He's going to get a technical.
He's going to technical.
Yes, sir. Now that goes back to when Ben Kimball had the charge called against him on the real soft call right in front of us, and he's still hot about it. But he lost his composure there. That's going to be 2 on the line and the ball out of bounds for Alabama. See how many times Bull feels he got fouled. There's 1. There's 2. Without question, there's a foul.
Billy, did he jump back in with his body?
There certainly was contact. I think it was a foul in the defense. They got him twice.
I just wondered if he initiated. I couldn't tell for sure, but he's got that great power move where he comes inside.
Second technical, scored by number 31, Chris Scott. Replacement, Bear Steamer.
45-41.
Chris Scott.
Alabama ball.
Loyola Marymount will put their hands on you defensively. Good
now
fake.
It's Ori's turn. Both Ori and Cheatham want it low on the blocks. They feel they can have that shot whenever they want it. You can see that now. Short with the 3 off of Fryer's face and hard. Man, that hit him right in the face when they were trying to save it. He took the ball full bore right between the eyes.
See that nose about the color of a strawberry right now.
Now, this is Alabama's biggest lead. And now I think the Bama players have some confidence. Offensive foul.
Nice job by Scott. You can see this ball is going to come right back and hit Jeff Fryer in the face. Peabody threw it right back at him. He was coming full force at that ball.
Now, Askins with 4 personal fouls. Kimball, yes, has a technical, but only 3 personal. On Askins, that is 4 right now, and that is big in this game. Kimball on the inside. Still no foul, and he's down on the floor.
Nobody back.
Here's the layup. Cheatham.
Alabama taking advantage right now of the floor balance because Loyola Marymount sending 5 to the boards.
Bama on a 9-0 run. Kimball trying to do everything right now for the Lions. Run down by Lowry. Lowry bangs in a 3. 49-44. Alabama, 7.5. Oh, he wanted to take it, but he knew the coach might not like it, so he passed it on.
Here's what the 5 days of practice helps getting ready for Loyola Marymount. You just couldn't prepare to play this well in this style against them with just 1 day of workout.
Shot was missed, and Bama's got it back. It's Ori coming out into the hands of Sanders, and now waits. Will stand out there till a defender comes out, and it's Kimball.
First time I'm starting to see some sign of fatigue on Askins and Ori.
Here's Cheatham. He was fouled.
Almost across that back line. Loyola Marymount giving up about 3 inches per man. Benoit coming in.
You know, it's an amazing saga that is quietly being written by Alabama. Their last 5 tournament games, which includes the Southeastern Conference tournament of the NCAA, they have held their opponents to an average of 55 points a game. And here with 7 minutes to go, they've got high-scoring Loyola Marymount down at the 44-point level. Just a remarkable job by the athletes on the floor. And the game plan here tonight could not have been better. They didn't get caught up in any kind of an ego game, as Michigan appeared to from watching the tape, trying to play them basket for basket. Luke Sanderson's team dictating how this game was going to be played here tonight. And now it's going to be uphill for the sentimental favorite of this tournament, Loyola Marymount. They're down by 6.
That's 2 threes. They're just not giving up the threes. They're guarding the perimeter beautifully. Ori particularly, how he comes out there and just takes away the 3-point shot.
Peabody firing, hit by Steamer into Peabody's hands. You're good for the layup, draws the foul, so he'll shoot the free throw.
Brennan, watching the Michigan game as we did this morning, you noticed how often the big men from Michigan never came out on the perimeter to stop the jump shot. These fellas from Alabama, right to the last man, really come out and challenge the jumper anywhere on the perimeter by anybody. They'll let you drive by, but they won't let you take that wide open jump shot.
Judging from that score, Minnesota should be able to hold on and upset Syracuse. So anything this year is possible if anyone's paid any attention to that. Well, that's the case.
Think about something. You could have had Minnesota and Michigan State in the same region. You could have two Big Ten teams playing for a championship in a region. Southwest Conference got two in there. And last night, the Clemson game could have put Clemson against Duke, two teams from the ACC in a region. It's kind of unusual ending in some of those regions for what has been a crazy tournament.
Here's Waits across the timeline.
Great fake.
Horry went for the 7.
He is an outstanding player.
Horry and Cheatham, folks, are going to be tough in close the rest of the way. And Kimball hits a 3 here. Now that's 17 for the nation's scoring leader, far below his pace.
Ben Wild realizing that they weren't going to go for the break. Just got good floor balance. Beginning of the game, Alabama was holding it down the last 6 seconds. They haven't been doing that of late.
Cheatham. And now Wimp Sanderson is closing in on his first regional final.
Horry doing it, coming back again, almost picking up the steal.
It's 54-48, and Bama seems to be drawing confidence now.
What? Giant peanut with sea salt. Dude, you're freaking me out. Hey, getting really sick of this, Gary.
Planters with pure sea salt.
Celebrate the New Orleans Saints' first Super Bowl win with Sports Illustrated's exclusive championship package. You'll get this must-have NFL Films DVD, The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl 44 Champions. Plus, this limited edition hardcover book captures the incredible Saints with SI's famous writing and photography. Go to SITVorder.com or call now and get both free with a paid subscription. 56 issues for only $1.59 an issue. Save 68% off the cover price. Use your credit card, and as a bonus, you'll also get this officially licensed football honoring the champion Saints. Designed exclusively for SI, it features scores from the entire season and includes a display stand and certificate of authenticity. Don't miss out on this special offer. Go to SITVorder.com or call now to get the official DVD, the commemorative book, and the collectible football.
Go to SITVorder.com right now or call 800-446-1200.
Hi, may I help you?
Yes, I hear Progressive has lots of discounts on car insurance. Can I get in on that?
Are you a safe driver?
Yes.
Discount. Do you own a home?
Yes.
Discount. Are you gonna buy online?
Yes.
Discount. Isn't getting discounts great?
Yes.
There's no discount for agreeing with me.
Yeah, I got carried away.
It happens to me all the time.
Helping you save money. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Saturday at 2 on ESPN. #1 Syracuse battles Louisville, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Then at 9, North Carolina clashes with 4th-ranked Duke, presented by DirecTV.
He has indeed been the pinball wizard of college basketball, averaging better than 35 points a game this year. And against New Mexico State, 45 points, 35 of them coming after he picked up his 4th foul, and hitting the defending champions with 37 points. And tonight, he has been held to 17 points, so he indeed needs a great last ball to get his average. It's 54-48, 5.5 minutes. Loyola being held to 30% shooting by Alabama here in the second half. Alabama ball on a turnover. They couldn't save it in the corner.
You notice that Bo Kimball is starting to get rattled a little bit emotionally. It goes all the way back to that first half call on that charge.
On the turnover, it's Flyer. Knocked out of bounds. Loyola Marymount ball.
Already kicked it with his feet. Excellent play. He is really doing the job defensively. When I realize that scoring-wise, he has been the man for Alabama, but he's doing it on the defensive end as well. He's got Bo Kimball now down on the low post. Had him. Good pin by Kimball.
A 4-point Alabama lead, 54 to 50. Inside of 5 minutes of regulation. And the foul against Loyola Marymount. That was Peabody's third.
Brent, if anything, it looks like Alabama is a little fresher than is Loyola Marymount. Now, here's where that emotion of number 44 may be able to carry this team through when they're really tired. They've been chasing all night long.
Timeout is called. Nobody was open, so Alabama took a timeout rather than risk a turnover in that situation. You know, Billy, you mentioned Hank gathers in the emotion, and I think the other side of it is you wonder how many times the youngsters from Loyola Marymount can go to that well and come up with an emotional performance. Last week was so draining on them. We're going to come back now and find out. 4:52 to go.
When you have sensitive skin, a lot of things can really irritate your face. Shaving shouldn't be one of them. Gillette Fusion Power has 5 blades with an anti-friction coating that shave with incredible comfort. Fusion, proven performance even on sensitive skin.
Is your computer running slowly? Does it take more than 3 seconds for your email to load? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? These are not only annoying, but can cause permanent damage to your computer. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, your computer and your privacy may be at risk, because these are usually the telltale signs of a virus, and it can only get worse until you act. Get a free diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
My Clean PC is outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
My Clean PC came through with flying colors when no one else could.
My Clean PC totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
MyCleanPC.com can remove spyware, viruses, and infected emails, all speeding up your PC's performance. It offers all-in-one protection, and it's been downloaded by millions of users. Even if you have antivirus software, your computer could still be infected. Find out instantly with a free comprehensive diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest.
Call 800-440-5217.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
Do you have an idea for an invention or a new product? Bill Schaefer, co-inventor of the Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play. InventHelp submitted his idea to Whammo, makers of toys like the Frisbee and the hula hoop. Hi, I'm Clarence McGee, the sales director of InventHelp. To find out how we can help you try to submit your idea to companies, call for your free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain with his invention. Bill's experience is not typical, and most inventions are not successful.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-361-0086.
Well, Jerry Tarkanian and the running Rebs held Loyola Marymount to 37 second half points, and here Alabama's got them down at 28. The score is 54-50, and with Billy Packer, I'm Brent Musburger. Glad to have you back, and Alabama confidently executing Whip Sanderson's masterpiece here tonight in Oakland, California. Tempoing the clock, bringing seconds down. They hold a 4-point lead over the somewhat frustrated Loyola Marymount Lions, who desperately need one now to step up and bury a couple of those three-point shots. It's been a long haul for Bo Kimball here tonight. 19 points, averaging better than 35 a game. Gamble by Peabody, and he draws the foul.
Tough, hard-nosed man-to-man defense by Loyola Marymount that time, despite the foul.
6 ties and 7 lead changes here. 4:28 to go in regulation. And it's 54-50. And that is 4 personals on Peabody. Kimball with 3, going along with the 1 technical that he picked up earlier in the night.
Watch the hand checking on Fryer as he gets a little bit closer to his man. Great defense by Steamer. That was some. There's a big upset.
Congratulations to Clem Haskins. That's a marvelous job by the head coach of the Golden Gophers. Now the crowd trying to help the Lions out here. It's not a home court advantage, but it's a home state advantage here tonight in Oakland. No question about that.
And this is a team that's been on the road for their life. They don't get the chance to play people at home.
Left-handed layup makes it a 2-point Alabama lead.
Defense.
Stolen. Foul underneath. And Loyola will shoot free throws for a possible tie.
Brent, everybody talks about this team's offense, but what has brought them back tonight has been their defense. That last stand on the other end of the floor was sensational, as was the steal by Lowry. Backed off the line. Lowry's shirt is soaked through both of them. His pants as well.
That's a 1-point Alabama lead. 3.5 minutes to go. Morey.
Got to go long.
Dead pass. Peabody dishes. Great defense by Askins from behind. And a push-off foul is the call against Loyola. What a play by Askins defensively.
Second sensational block. He had that earlier left-handed block that he put on Kimball when he drove by him. Here you see quick off the feet. Comes down with the block. Brett, one of the things Alabama's got to start doing on the out-of-bounds situations against this press is throwing long. Paul Westhead is now moving almost 5 men up at half court. Alabama could go long for the easy deuce.
We said at the top of the game that Alabama needed a score. Morey has stepped center stage. Missing, but he still has 19, and he runs down the long rebound that time. And stolen by Fryer, but back into Alabama's hands here for Torrey.
They're calling on Will now.
Nice to have you back. Alabama still leads it 56-53, and now on the turnover, Peabody coming in, the tap back, and Lowry has pulled Loyola to within 1.
Brett, they better start going long.
Taking their time in the backcourt. He traveled.
The defensive pressure has been phenomenal the last 2 minutes. And Alabama is finding themselves trying to do everything half court. They've got to go long. Wimp Sanderson going for the time.
Carlos Pena or Raul Ibanez?
20 seconds.
Seriously? Okay, need a big bat. Daddy needs some RBIs. Let's see. Carlos had 100, Raul had 93. Carlos is younger, but I like the sound of Raul. Raul. Definitely better to chant than Carlos. Plus, he's bald. When am I gonna lose my hair? Dude, focus. Need a big bat. Vicente Padilla.
5 pitchers in a row? Interesting.
ESPN Fantasy Baseball. Sign up for free at ESPN.com.
Saturday at 2 on ESPN. #1 Syracuse battles Louisville, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Then at 9, North Carolina clashes with 4th-ranked Duke, presented by DirecTV.
Hi, I'm John Chair, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away all the free computer learning lessons. Well, I've given away hundreds of thousands of my free computer learning lessons, and I'm not done yet. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Do you want to join the millions of people who are making money on eBay? Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards, but I can guarantee you I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay. And with over 60 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you're going to want to learn. If you call right now, I'm going to send you this learning CD free. Try my product.
Call now and get your great learning CD absolutely free. You'll see how fast and easy you can learn eBay, Windows, Excel, PowerPoint, or any other video lesson. Call now to get the skills you need to succeed. Just pay shipping and processing.
Call 1-800-260-8492. That's 1-800-260-8492.
With Billy Packer, I'm Brent Musburger from the Oakland Coliseum, which is just a long foul ball away from where the Oakland A's won a world championship. Now it is Loyola Marymount trying to climb back in and continue their storybook saga in this NCAA tournament. They're on a 7-2 run right now, having forced 25 Alabama turnovers. They have the ball. They trail it by a point. Kimball down on the inside takes the pass from Peabody. Steamer out there with him along with Lowry and Fryer. Misfiring, but Steamer puts it right back in his hands. Kimball gives it up. Peabody with the layout. Loyola leads it. 2:26.
Horry tried to draw the charge and fell down. When he did, there was nobody there to defend.
57-56. Loyola Marymount.
The frenetic pace is Loyola Marymount's big weapon right now.
Knocked away, but Horry keeps the handle. A pound to Cheatham on the turnaround. 58-57. Bama so lethal for the low blocks with Horry and Cheatham now. They enjoy a size advantage down low against the Lions.
It's Askins playing against Bo Kimball in the low post.
Kimball wanted it on him, but Askins doing a good job, and Fryer is short. Steamer again. What a rebounding job by Steamer as Fryer hits the tree.
Better rhythm on the second shot by Fryer. He was almost too wide open on the first one.
60-58, Loyola Marymount, a minute and a half now. Cheatham for the tie.
He's playing right over the top of Peabody. Peabody too small for him, but that's the matchup. Like to drive something in and pop it back out for the three. Walker not in the game.
Oh, hit the back. Tied up, but a brilliant save by Steamer. He has saved Loyola Marymount with his rebounding.
Brent,
and that time running it down from the side. We've got a timeout. Loyola Marymount.
Brent, all championships are a matter of inches. You see Bo Kimball with the ball. He throws this ball in the pass. He hits the bottom of the backboard. Had it hit the backside, it would have been out of bounds for Alabama. You can see the ball hits right at the corner of the backboard and comes back in bounds for Loyola Marymount.
Now Loyola with inside of 10 on the shot clock. They are down to 5 seconds. Saved! Lowry! Time remaining for Alabama. So Wimp Sanderson will set the table here for the offense. Need 2 to tie it. 26 seconds, but we all know that you only need 1 second in this year's tournament. Bama down to its last timeout. In case of a held ball, it'll go over to Loyola Marymount. Now, Billy, the low block play has been there for Alabama.
I think it'll be there now, but remember one thing. Loyola Marymount has a foul to give. So if I'm Alabama, I want to attack right away, because if you hold it down the last shot, you're in trouble. Not a good move to hold this ball. They can give a foul here.
Cheatham on the right side. Ori gets it to Cheatham, turns, misses. Steamer saves it, and Loyola with 3 seconds will be coming to the free throw line.
The ball went to the low blocks as is expected. Cheatham puts it up. Loyola could have fouled there and not taken a chance of him missing that easy shot. And then Steamer, who has really been a force inside, did the job. Great rebounding hustle by Bo Kimmel. Steamer with the good hands.
You know, the clock here was incorrect on the team fouls. That's why we're getting this straightened out. It was Alabama that had the foul to give. So it's Loyola Marymount's ball and a timeout. That's what the confusion was. They came up here and huddled around the free throw line. They were over at the table. They've got it straightened out now.
So now, Brent, any foul, either team gets to go to 1-1 because now they have it posted 6 and 7.
So Loyola will have the ball out of bounds with 3.6 seconds and a 2-point lead.
Brent, almost the same situation as Clemson against Connecticut. That was what, 3-8?
That's right. The winner here, Billy, of course, on Sunday afternoon in the final of the regional finals, the fourth one, I mean, will take on the winner of the Las Vegas Ball State game. Earlier tonight, Minnesota moving along in the southeast in New Orleans. And coming up shortly, it'll be Michigan State and Georgia Tech. I know that many of you are looking forward to that. What an emotional roller coaster for the young men at Loyola Marymount as they try to jump that next bracket and get into a regional final. All those blank spots that they have been filling out and just tug at your heart every time they take the floor. And on the other side, you can't say enough about the man in the plaid jacket, Wimp Sanderson, and the fabulous coaching job that he did. And, of course, the Loyola Marymount players all paying tribute to their fallen comrade, great player Hank Gathers.
And, Brent, all you can do if you're Alabama right now is to foul immediately on the inbounds.
I wonder if they want Kimball to come up to the free throw line in this situation. He has not yet shot a free throw tonight. Now, wouldn't that be something, as Kimball, who has said he will shoot the first one left-handed, if they want to put Bo on the line in this situation? Well, let's see how it unfolds here. Steamer will use a timeout. So they'll go back and huddle around Paul Westhead. And we'll come back for the conclusion of this drama in a moment.
eHarmony matches millions of people every day, so we video chatted with some online.
By the time we met each other, it felt like we had known each other for years, and it was so comfortable.
Unlike Jennifer, I am not that photogenic, so being able to give a little bit more than just a picture was much more beneficial for me.
We're perfect for one another. I don't know how they figured that part out, but they got it so right.
See how well the eHarmony personality profile captures you. Get started today and review your matches absolutely free.
Return moisture to your face with Gillette Fusion. Proven to lubricate during shaving and hydrate after. The Fusion Shaving System. Clinically tested to hydrate your skin.
What? Giant peanut with sea salt. Dude, you're freaking me out. Hey, getting really sick of this, Gary.
Planters with pure sea salt.
Lindsey Vonn, she stays tough. Earlier, she had an all-over achy cold. What's her advantage? It's Speedy Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer Plus. Russia's relief for all-over achy colds. The official cold medicine of the U.S. ski team. Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Hi.
May I help you?
Yes, we're looking to save on car insurance, even if that means we have to shop all day, right, honey?
Yep, all day.
Good thing you're starting here. We compare your Progressive Direct rate to other top companies, so you can save money. Look.
We saved a lot.
And quick, too.
And no more holding her purse.
It's a European shoulder bag.
It was a gift.
Shopping less and saving more. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
ESPN, your NBA destination. Don't miss a doubleheader featuring Pistons Cavs, followed by Hornets Spurs. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Inside the Loyola Marymount locker room earlier today, that simple message up in the corner. Now with a 2-point lead, they have the ball out of bounds, and they lead it by 2, 62-60.
Referee's trying to get an angle to see if anybody draws a charge.
And he works. Made the call against Waits.
No time goes off the clock, of course.
So still 3.6 seconds. And now they're shooting at the 1-and-1. And it's going to be Lowry up on the line. And Coach Westhead elects to pull everybody back off.
What Wimp is asking for is a timeout after the shot.
Here's the timeout that has been quickly called, and 1 second has gone off that clock, and there's plenty of time now for Alabama. 2.6 seconds. Board of directors for Loyola Marymount huddling around Paul Westhead. Meanwhile, the band and the plaid jackets from Tuscaloosa here for Alabama.
Plaid players. And Brent, something to think about here. You've got a situation down 2. Almost any shot taken with this few seconds on is going to be a 3-point shot. So it's the kind of thing that you throw the long pass, the guy's on the sideline, which is probably where they're going to get it up because they've got to go almost 85 feet for the score.
Well, we know from having watched last night that there's an awful lot of time here for Alabama. And just think back to Connecticut when Burrell zipped that perfect strike the distance of the court. And Tate George calmly turned around, took his time, and got it off. And Connecticut lived to fight another day. Here there's 2.6 seconds, and Cheatham and Ory between them have Alabama's last 18 points. The one concern for Alabama here has to be that they really have not found a perimeter shooter in this game. Many of those points were down on the low blocks and a turnaround for those two. You would think that Alabama would need almost 2 passes to get the shot that they want in this situation. They would need someone at midcourt to make the second pass. But let's see, because at the same time, they must hurry but not rush. That's the key.
Knight into the game to stop this throw. Could hit the scoreboard.
Went long for Ory. He's got it, puts it up. Up and in. Loyola advances. Again, the look. And Ory was under intense pressure. The pass was short, batted away. Ory had plenty of time. You could see over there on the clock, he had an excess of a second. when he pulled the trigger, falling away with the shot. And it hit the front of the rim and bounced away. From the Loyola Marymount bench, their reaction. And so, in his memory, Loyola Marymount now moves to the regional final against the winner of UNLV and Ball State. Hank Gathers would be proud of this bunch, wouldn't he?
Welcome to Jim Rome Classics. I am Jim Rome, the former host of Talk 2, a show which aired from 1993 to 1995. I had the opportunity to speak with some of the biggest names and personalities in all of sports. Today, we take a look back at a conversation I had with Marcus Allen from March 1st, 1994. Allen was coming off a good season with the Chiefs, but was still quite bitter about his time with the Raiders. However, getting him to reveal his true feelings was a challenge, as he kept saying that he would put it in a book. Well, we're still waiting for that book, Marcus, but here is our interview.